So here's another tune that I learned from Don a few years ago. I'm not sure if it was in the retreat in North Carolina or if it was at some point up here when he was teaching at one of the festivals. But at any rate, the tune is called Jake Leg, and I have to read the history behind it. Don learned it from a fellow named Ray Sloan, and I learned it from Don. But Jake Leg, it says, a paralysis caused by drinking improperly distilled or contaminated liquor. And the gist of it is that alcohol was banned during Prohibition, but people drank any way they could anyway. And one way was through a highly alcoholic liquid called Jamaica ginger, or Jake, that got around the ban being sold as medicine. However, the feds caught on, and you know how that goes. And these medicines were blacklisted, but somehow Jamaica ginger stayed popular and alcoholic due to the producers including an organophosphate additive called triacetryl phosphate that helped fool the government's tests. What they didn't know was that this was a slow-acting neurotoxin that affected the neurons that controlled movement. And in the 1930s, while this was going on, people would develop these symptoms where this neurotoxin worked in their system, in their bodies, and of course it was primarily amongst the poorer and rural folk and city folk. And so they'd have this paralysis in an arm or a leg or whatever, and the Jake Leg was kind of identified by musicians, particularly blues musicians, that lived at that time. So anyway, that's a long story for a fairly short tune, but this is called Jake Leg, and I'm playing this in DAA. I'm playing it on this traditional music traditions, all Cherry Mountain dulcimer that I have just fallen in love with since I acquired it. It doesn't have any extra frets, it's just kind of fun.